Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Invisible Condition. It's not all in your head. I'm your host, Jeff Pearson, and we created this show for you because we want everybody with an invisible condition, no matter what it is, to know beyond the shadow of a doubt that they have a voice, they have a community, and they're not alone. So, to that end, I have probably one of my favorite people as a guest today. I am so excited for you to meet her. Natalie Heckert is going to be joining me today, and she is the inventor of the Club E-Fit portable gym and training system, and it's pretty awesome. You guys are going to love it. If you've seen me on with our nonprofit Hydro with Hope on some of my lives and shorts and stuff, you've seen me like demonstrate this on it and talk about it because it's amazing. And also, she's the author of Find Your Strong, Learn to Ditch the Excuses, which I think is pretty cool. She is an entrepreneur who has owned her own business for over 25 years, and she is also an educator and motivational speaker. And fun facts about Natalie. She was a finalist for Mrs. Minnesota, which is awesome. She was a contestant on The Price is Right, and a trainer for the contestant on a contestant on The Biggest Loser reality show. So that's some fun stuff. So I'm going to bring her on right now so you can meet her. This is awesome. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning, Jeff.
Oh, this is so cool. I am so excited that you're here because part of it is because you're awesome, and part of it is because I feel like some of the people watching already kind of know you because we've been working together for a while, and I've had the Club E-Fit, and I've done some demos and stuff, and I've talked to my community about you, and so I feel like this has been a long time coming, and I'm so glad we're here. So
I'm excited to be here, and thanks for inviting me into your community.
Absolutely, man. I cannot think of a better person to invite in to introduce to everybody than you. So this is great. So a lot of people might not necessarily be aware of the challenges that you have. I mean, looking at you now, you're like a rock star, obviously. But there's a lot of stuff that's behind that. And can you just share a little bit about your personal journey and what motivated you to dive into this fitness industry?
Yes. Well, my personal story was a lot of a pain. I took off when I was 18 years old, and we kind of forget now with all the technologies. When I was 18 years old and took off, I didn't have a cell phone, and I didn't have a GPS map quest. And I went from a small town in Minnesota, population 800, including dogs, to I ran away to Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, I didn't have a place to stay. I just took off. I came in 6 lanes, bumper to bumper, without a place to stay. I stayed in my car for a couple nights until I landed a job cooking and cleaning for a 92-year-old lady for a twin bed in her living room. So it wasn't a glamorous life, but I was off the street. And that is where I had to start, I was trying to outrun myself when I lived and was leaving Minnesota. And I did have a dream of and I was always into health and fitness, but I was struggling, knowing and to do it in a worlds apart. It seemed like the harder I tried to get in shape, the fatter, the more out of shape, and the less I liked myself. So you think, running away, that, I'll really figure it out in Hollywood, right? Well,
yeah.
Hollywood is not, it's kind of that plastic world of everybody, the illusion, and to find yourself, and it's finding yourself on the inside is what has to build and to grow. And I did get my start in LA. I taught at Universal Studios and Studio City. I taught some group exercise after I went through a course, and if the teacher liked you, she'd place you at Universal Studios. I was lucky enough to get placed. Nice. And that's where I kind of got my start. But it was a painful start, meaning if you've ever taught a lot of exercise, you teach so much exercise a day before you cry yourself to sleep at night because your body doggone hurts. You can only teach so many hours in so many days back to back in a row. So that's when I started personal training. And that was before personal training was. I didn't get into personal training merely out of survival because I could help people there in Universal Studios and help myself so I could teach and work more. And I wanted to get like a full bed in an apartment on my own someday. I really, a twin bed and an elderly lady cooking and cleaning, taking to church and to bingo to get my start is that's what I did.
Well, it's a start though. At least you started, I mean, at least that's the main thing is you put one foot in front of the other and started. That's more than some people do at all. So
yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. Start, whether it's in your career as an entrepreneur or start as someone out of shape and overweight, you have to start. But what that takes, I feel, it's either stupidity, but I put it to more, I had faith. I had faith and I had a belief. I come from that Midwest culture. If you work hard, you will achieve. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to have faith. I'm going to roll it and then and see what I can do. So I think faith and belief are for everyone at every stage, and even to take it up in your business or your body business to that next level, boy, it just takes faith.
Yeah, it's true. And I just want to pause for a second, just throw this out there to everybody in the audience, everybody watching. If you have questions about fitness, if you have questions about home fitness, because this is that's what we're going to get into here in the next segment after the break. But if you have any questions about that, if you have questions about Natalie, if you are somebody that is not necessarily fond of the gym, because maybe you can't, like for me personally, and a lot of people in my community with our nonprofit, we don't go to the gym because some of us have medical issues that prevent us to be able to do that. And so that's why this is so cool. So, and you'll see that in a little bit, you'll see how amazing it is. But if you have questions, reach out. We'll have contact info for Natalie. We'll have, you'll be able to go to her website. And you've got her for the next 45 minutes here. So if you have any questions, this is your best chance to ask the expert. So get on it. So
yeah, and I think too, Jeff, sharing that story when you say it's hard for many of my clients now. I work with a lot of morbidly obese people and people with mobility problems, but I would like to share as well about myself. When I took off as an 18-year-old, I did not like myself. I thought I was homely. I was very self-conscious. I had no confidence and I was depressed. And I looked in the mirror many of times and I hated myself so bad that I went back and I wouldn't leave the house because of how I felt about myself.
Yeah.
So I had to, overcome and set up with the right tools and the right networks. But I guess in looking back, the pain of what I was experiencing then is the power behind my message today is, everyone deserves to be out and to ask and to get help and to have a happy life. Bad stuff happens, but how can we train to be happy and healthy and our optimal best despite any circumstances, and that takes work. Boy, people have obstacles. We have obstacles, but to try together, to work together and to have hope from other people that, man, if she's done it, look at Jeff, what an example Jeff is. I mean, he's motivating to me. But to surround yourself with people who are not giving up. We have that faith and that belief of, I'm going to live my best life despite and, move over Satan. I'm going to be happy anyway.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. Because it's a choice.
And
It's your
And
choice.
it's not easy. It's not easy, but to make that choice and say, I'm doing it anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and what's the alternative? So I mean,
Right. Right. For me, it was boo-hoo, poor Natalie. I'm so fat and ugly and depressed. Boo-hoo. I think I'll sit in the corner. Well, what did I realize is boo-hoo. Now I'm even more depressed because then I went and I ate more. Well, that didn't fix it. Now I was worse. So it's like I had to start these baby steps. And Natalie, if you don't have anything nice to say about yourself, keep your mouth shut.
There you go.
You can't find. I really seriously, I had to start by the only thing, I would not look in the mirror. I would look at my feet. I had to find something that didn't repulse me in order to get myself back out. So I started at my feet and then just coming to body acceptance. I would never allow now people to talk in the way I talked to myself. You wouldn't allow, just stop and think, would I talk to my children that way? Would I talk to my best friend that way? How we talk to ourselves, so yeah, dig a hole and keep digging it deeper. So, but the baby steps, you can't just, it's not a light switch, turn on, turn off. You have to do the strategic, slow, gentle, and start and build with whatever we have. Let's start today.
Exactly.
And then to forgive yourself if you weren't so nice to yourself. You know what? Sometimes you have to say, self, I shouldn't talk to myself that way. Self, you don't deserve to be abused that way. You don't need to be abused by drinking or food or over exercising. Under exercising is more what we have. But anyway, but to forgive and say, you know what? Today's a new day. I'm going to do the best that I can do. And that's all I can do.
So out of that place that you came from all of the, all the stuff that you were just talking about and all the things that you pulled yourself out of and kind of forced yourself to kind of a forced attitude adjustment, right? Because of that, you have helped so many people with weight loss. I mean, starting with your humble beginnings, and going through what you started doing and with Universal Studios and all, and then working your way towards where you are now. Talking to our audience here, just because of the name of the show, invisible condition. I mean, there are so many people out there that are living with invisible conditions that probably could probably gain help from what you're doing. I mean, you train with people, you said, that are morbidly obese, which is not necessarily invisible, but speak to maybe those out there that have a medical condition, maybe that's invisible, but is really making it difficult for them to feel good about themselves and to exercise the way they should.
Right. This depression and being overweight and so many medical conditions, you guys, are invisible. I could be sitting here today and I could be, the face doesn't mean you're not alone and that you don't feel invisible. It can be lonely wherever you are at.
Yeah.
But to say, you know what, I have to personally, if I sat in the corner, if I leave my clients, they have to know that they have a safe place, a safe tribe of other people who have been invisible, maybe not the exact same scenario, but there's so many people that feel. And I guess I was feeling invisible, so many people, but to give that hope and belief that no, you are not invisible. You have a story, you have your personality, you are a beautiful gift, just as you are. Shine with your individuality, shine with our complications. But to get around people who know how to help you. And generally, it is professional people who aren't just hanging a shingle because they lost weight and they've kept it off for 3 days and they're giving injections or something. You know what? let's get into, changing your life, learning how to improve with solid ways versus the short term. Ooh, I drank, I feel happy. Okay. That was it. So how and who you ask, you don't ask a plumber to help you fix your car wheel. Okay. You look for people. And I would say, just like in business, just like in bodies, just like getting over depression or being seen, is to be humble enough to ask for help, because nobody knows, absolutely nobody knows your story except you. And if you want help, that's the hard part, because we have to ask it, and it's amazing. And then part two about asking for help is huge. But where the whole circle came around, for me was by helping others. By helping others, it puts your life into perspective of, you probably don't have it so bad. Someone always has it worse than you have and has conquered it. Be inspired. But when you get out and help people, I have a very sizable man right now who just humbles me. And he is so invisible. He is laying in a bed. He's so morbidly obese that he gets left side in the morning. The team has to roll him over to the right side. Have you ever been imprisoned in your body? Yes, many of you have been imprisoned in your body. But that's my sweet friend. That is, I have he just fires me up. It's like, he needs a voice. He needs to be seen. But he, as an invisible man at 600 pounds, needs to see himself as valued. Yes. He is the most beautiful person I can see, but I need to get him to see us. What a beautiful man he is. Just, So anyway, I think that full circle. And now he's working with me to help other people to have hope. He is still, hospitalized and needing, or in a nursing home facility needing help and assistance, but now he has a goal.
Yeah.
But someone believed in him. I believe in him. If I can get you to believe in you, now let's rock and roll. You can do it.
That's the trick. Cracking that nut and making the person, getting the person themselves to believe in themselves. Everybody has that breakthrough point at some point. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So
hopefully, right.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you're here. I mean, clearly you're successful at breaking that, but getting to that breakthrough point. I mean, you've helped so many people. And maybe later we'll have you on again, and I want to hear more stories about this guy, because he sounds amazing.
He is just amazing. Yes.
He sounds incredible. So, all right, well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna do something real quick. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. So nobody go anywhere. We're gonna be talking after the break. We're gonna break out the eFit and kind of show you what the heck we're talking about. I mean, we've been talking about it. We're gonna show you after the break. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
The Club eFit Home Portable Gym System is a groundbreaking new system that can help everyone at any fitness level. You can be the happy, fit person you always wanted to be, and Club eFit can make that happen by helping you get the body you deserve in the time you can spare. With workouts ranging from cardio, core, to total body toning, it's easy to get started. Start taking care of you today. To make the change, go to clubefit.com now.
I'm Dawn Livingston, your host on the Transcend and Succeed show. Join me Fridays at 2 p.m. Central for limitless inspiration and ways to help you transcend your limitations. Tune into the Achieve TV network and the Voyage to Vitality channel. Transcend and Succeed show, right here on A360 TV.
Welcome back, everybody. I recognize somebody in that first commercial from somewhere. I don't know.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. So, all right, Natalie, your invention, the Club E-Fit portable gym system, has been obviously a game changer for many, many, many people. And it almost brought tears to my eyes when I realized how easily I could use it, because in the time that you showed it to me, first time you showed it to me, I was kind of in rough shape, and I physically could not do exercise standing up. So I had to sit, and this is perfect for that. And I'm so excited that you've come up with this. So let's bust this thing out and see what we're talking about here. I've got mine right here.
All right, I have mine right here.
There we go.
Woohoo. Yeah, and you can put it right underneath your chair. You can sit, stand, lay. But here's what it is: to have hope, to make and to get yourself to live in that happy, healthy, lean, and strong lifestyle. You need to take action. Say it. Take an action.
That's
wherever
right.
I'm at today. I had the idea. And I've been healthy and at the same lean, healthy weight. I will always respect it for 25 years. The day I stopped dieting, the day I stopped hating myself, the day I stopped abusing myself with fitness, over or under exercising, was the day, you guys, I was free of wasting time. And that's what the Club E-Fit portable gym system, it helps anybody at any size, shape, and ability, because you can start where you are at and start taking action to get your strength back, get your confidence back. My gentleman that I was talking about in bed, this platform can go right in bed. So when some people say, well, get out and walk, I tell you what, if you're morbidly obese and have injuries, you're not going to get out and walk anywhere. And plus, walking is for your heart health, not all the other muscles in your body. Your muscles in your body are the strength, your joint mobility, and your power. You need to have the resistance. Now, the resistance bands are just like lifting free weights or using the universal piece. What makes mine, the platform, different and the bands different, you guys, you can multitask. Multitask meaning you can do your upper body and your lower body at the same time. You can still do it unilaterally, one thing at a time. But when you use the platform, you can really use your core and balance on every move. So if you want the balance and stability back, the platform makes it safe and effective for getting that balance back. So say, for example, like my beautiful friend that is trapped in bed, he's starting right the last couple months. He's doing well, and he's not missed a day. So that's his drive and determination now. That's most of it is just keep showing up. He puts it in bed, and he has the resistance tubing and starting to build the muscles in his bed. Now, what Jeff has at his chair, you can take the ankle cuff, and then you have the upper body resistance, and then you just put it right underneath your chair. So this is the board, and then you just slide it underneath your chair. Mm-hmm. Why? Has anybody worked with bands before and have the bands? I mean, I see ridiculous things like, and I'm going to slide back just a notch, people tying them around doorknobs and, and trapping them here. That's where the invention came from. The invention came from, I love bands, but when you do one thing at a time, you want to make it safe. Yeah. And with the platform, we can work your cardio. Everybody hold up. You can do it You can just practice with us right here. And check it out. Jeff we can do it at whatever level. There we're hitting bicep and down. Add your abs. So we're doing the up, abs, bicep curl, and down. Curling up. And if you think that you can do it by Zoom classes, yes, we have Zoom classes Monday through Thursday. Jeff can point you to the online demand, thousands of routines. So kind of taking that excuse out. Let's go chest. So up here, watch Jeff and I will take our arms up. And when you go in, that's your chest, your abs, and then back. So there's that posture. So doing this, if you've been to the club lately, it's the pec deck machine on the universal. So you can do your abs and chest and up. So you don't have to feel, and I know I have a lot of clients that are like, when I'm in better shape, I'm going to go to the health club. Okay, let's get you in better shape, but go to the health club just as you are, or join this class just as you are, because we can modify it. Yep. If you were a beginner, I would take your hands down and go down low. Now watch, we can take it and turn your tubing on the inside. Let's fight, Jeff. Let's box a little bit.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, boom. But you can get anything you can do at a multi-million-dollar club. You can do it on the Club eFit platform, and even better, because you can add go ahead, Jeff, we'll go upper body, and then you can even add the leg.
Yep.
So now you're doing your arms and legs because the platform is underneath. Up and pressing down. So it gives you a safe, smart, total body routine and stretching as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I've noticed that when you don't do it consistently, like your guy that you say like he never wants to miss a day. If you do miss a day or two, then you come back to it. First of all, you notice it those couple days because you feel it, and then
right.
So
right, you can feel your muscles heat up. That's the metabolism. And then people say, oh, I feel it because my muscles feel lubricated. They feel strong. You can do sit-ups in your chair, pushing your hands back. That's getting that upper back of your arms, so just pushing them back and then up. So any range, exactly. Yeah. And then just think, if you've been sitting at your desk for a while, to get that upper back activated, the backs of your arms activated, but you can instantly feel you're doing something healthy. And it's just like the light bulb is when you exercise with the eFit, it's just like flipping on the light switch. You are, no matter what you've done, you've burnt off nasty toxins in your body, nasty stress. So you're going to be able to think, more positive.
Yep.
But your muscles are now warmed up, metabolism on. You're going to decrease the injuries. So with 10 minutes in your eFit, you can do your long legs, you can do inner thigh. I'm just stressing the variety. Anything that I teach standing, watch how easy it is. So I'll just take this away. I'll slide my board back. I know you can't really see, but you can get it. Watch, I'll do it in one move. You're working your triceps. And then as you add your leg, you're working your abs, base leg, working leg balance.
And that's something I did. Sitting down, if you're putting it under a proper chair and you've got the legs weighing it down, you can use that and still do it sitting down with the legs and the arms. It's really cool.
Absolutely. So, you can do the exact same thing I'm doing standing in your chair. And when we're teaching, it's the exact same thing. Just turning your toe while you're seated, opposite hand toe, take it across. So that's the beauty of it. So seriously, everyone can do it. And my buddy joins us in bed, and he modifies and will continue in bed, and we're all going to celebrate together when he's sitting up.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, and you probably noticed in that corner, right? there. I got to point the right direction.
Right?
In the corner down there, it says Hope 20, and it's got a QR code. So if you scan that QR code, it'll take you to the website, and then if you enter that code Hope 20, it'll give you 20% off. So if you're thinking about it, and if you don't like it, send it back.
Absolutely, it's guaranteed. You love it or ship it back. Yep. The only way it won't work for you is if you didn't use it. Then I can't guarantee that, but I guarantee if you use it, it works. I have NFL players right now currently using eFit after games and preseason to accelerate your recovery. Again, they're not really invisible, but sometimes these professional athletes are. I know now, but I didn't prior to working with them, the abuse that they put their bodies through, how bad it hurts to wake up on a Monday morning after a pro game on Sunday. How do you get those bodies back? But it's no different for a professional athlete than someone injured or with an illness or a lifestyle. It's the same. You all have to work and to be your best is you just have to keep on keeping on, but to do it smartly. So many people work so hard and beat their bodies up where, you know what, exercise it should be a gift, not a punishment. How can we accelerate your recovery and to get you where you're going? Obviously, by doing nothing, you will have no results. By showing up to our podcast today, you're showing up. When you show up, you'll go up. No show, down you go. Right? You have to show up. You have to show up for fitness. And with our trademark is our 10-minute specialty. 10 minutes on the eFit is equivalent to 30 minutes. And some people with health conditions get on and just pound it out. Those short increments of functional fitness and training really make a difference. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of the daily, because every morning I see you're on Facebook, streaming on Facebook, and you're doing it. And that is something also that you can go to the website and check out and be a part of as well. So that's, to be a regular member within that community and be able to access all of that, because there's like thousands of videos. I couldn't believe it. You said thousands. I didn't believe you, but I had to, after looking on the website, it was unbelievable. So yeah, she's not kidding.
Right. Because I wanted to take, as a trainer, my goal is to pull and get rid of every excuse that you might throw to me or throw to yourself, right? I wanted to say, you know what? You wanted something in bed? Here's a routine in bed. Oh, you're coming back after a knee replacement. Here's a knee, your hip, weight loss, my entrepreneur, high achievers. If you're going to be playing the game of a high entrepreneur achiever, you better be taking care of your body and your mind. You have to have some endurance and grit to be successful. So wherever you're, I just keep showing up.
Exactly. And I, I'm gonna take this off because I wanna show people, speaking of, this is all part of your story, which is amazing. And I want to make sure that we show people the other thing that I wanted to make sure that they saw, which is this. And so this book is so cool. You just released it not that long ago, correct?
That is correct. I just released it now in 2023.
Yeah.
And it's been a fun, people have, sent me comments and thank you. That really hit it spot on. It's like you were talking, just like I talked, Natalie. And it's finding that strong. And if you see the highlighted in you, in you do have the strength. And how can we set you up because your excuses, they're legit. Everybody has excuses, and
of course,
they're so real. But they're so real. We need to find solutions for those excuses, and everyone has them. And like the book came out of working with people for 25 years, and let alone I was probably my own worst client. So I too pull the old excuses out, and it's like, okay, let's learn to ditch them. Let's ditch them, and then to keep in it. You can't just learn it once and think I've got it for life. You just keep refreshing and remotivating and reaccelerating and re-energizing, because it's all so worth it when you feel happy, healthy, lean, and strong. And it's by, like you said, Jeff, by choice. By choice, I'm staying determined. I'm staying committed to my health and teaming together. So it's a fun book of many different, it kind of talks about the N, the A, the T, the S, some nutritional tips. And you can hear, and I'll say it in my book, I'm very anti-diet. I'm all about eating powerful, eating for life. If you're going to eat the other, intellectually know what you're having, enjoy it, carry on, balance it in. Because if you're with me, you're not starting your diet on Monday or the first of the year. You're just going to brush it up, take it up, clean it up, and let's keep doing it for life. And A is your activity, having the knowledge. I try to make fitness fun, but I'd also make fitness should be functional, and putting some brains behind what you are doing to be at your functional best. So with the platform, working arms, legs, multiple muscles, mega metabolism, there's a lot of science, a beautiful 360 strength training around your joints, hopping on a treadmill, walking, and I want you to do it, keep walking, but that's for your heart. You're just working your walk muscles. If you think how elementary that is, and then if you add to a complementary, the resistance, and hit all those other muscles, now we're going to prevent and keep you healthy. So find your strong works on the nutrition, the activity, and then it's a training your brain. Are you showing up to train your motivation, your accountability? How do you keep training your brain? And so the N, the A, the T, the S of the book is service. And that, getting out and helping others to be their best and giving of yourself, how rewarding and healthy. And it could be that last big healthy step that you need in your recovery to find you're visible. You're not invisible. If you're helping others, you're no longer invisible.
Right.
So the service is so important, not only to give, but hey, are you open to receiving service and help? So that's a double edge there.
Yes.
Yeah. The book is on Amazon, and it's also on my website as well.
Yep.
So
and I tell you what, I'm so glad that I'm so thankful that we have a copy, because then I can, I've shown this to people, been like, okay, guys, look, this, you need to, here, you want a story, you want a book that's your, here it is right here. So,
right. Yeah, and you know what, quite honestly, I read my own book again. It's a good reminder.
Yeah.
No one gets to go back to an old, sloppy, mediocre, settle for lifestyle.
Right.
If you want to be your strongest, healthiest, best self with or whatever, you have to continue to work on it and keep going forward. Because if you're not going forward, like they say, you're going back.
It's true.
So many of us just settle. Oh, I have this, so I'm just going to settle because that's all I can do. Yeah, no. Nice try, and that's not going to buy it. Don't settle for being your best. Are you pushing yourself to be your best? And sometimes when I say pushing yourself, I'm not talking abuse and doing something crazy. I'm talking about intellectually taking those functional steps to being your best and surrounding yourself. And when I surround myself with Jeff and his wife and our Achieve team, success breeds success. Support builds support. Everyone needs. I don't want to be alone in the world. Jeff doesn't, but keep surrounding yourself with people who encourage and believe. You're always, and the more successful you are, or the more that you're struggling, perhaps, you're going to get the naysayers. You'll never amount to, you'll never be able to do that. Are you kidding me? You're not going to be able to. My answer back is, you know what? You just sit back and watch. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I have to prove it to me and to be able to look in the mirror and say, hey, Nat, job well done.
That's right.
You're working.
That's right. Exactly. Man, I love it. On that note, I think we're going to go to one last break. And then after the break, we're going to highlight all this again. We're going to get that book on the screen so people can get it, and get the QR code back up there so people can get the eFit system, because this is huge. And but we're going to go to a break real quick, and then we will be right back, and we're going to talk about my favorite subject, hope. We'll see you here in just a couple of minutes.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stockham, and I'm host of Simply Sarah. Join me Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific on the Achieve TV network for the best energetic tools to elevate your amazing life right here on E360 TV.
All right. Man. Okay. Here we are. We're back. Thank you for sticking around, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. It's an honor to be here and to be able to do this and have you with me. And to have Natalie here with me is absolutely amazing. So thank you. I tell you what, I'll get to my main question here in a second, but in your intro at the beginning of the show, there was a couple of things that kind of shocked me. Honestly, we haven't known each other for a long time, but I thought I knew you pretty well. And then I found out that you were on The Price is Right. You got to be kidding me. Like, everybody loves that show. Like, come on. Like, that was like when you're homesick from school, it was almost like a bonus. You got to watch The Price is Right on TV while you're eating your chicken noodle soup, Like, everybody. What was that about? How did that happen?
Well, when I was living in Los Angeles I was there for 3 years, some friends would come out and they'd want to go to different shows or experience the LA, whatever it had to offer. So one of my buddies came out, and here is it. We slept in the car down by the studio of where they did the filming. Yeah. I have a daughter now. My kids are awesome. They're all grown up. They didn't do what I did. Anyway, we stayed. It was so fun. We stayed and we got up early because you had to audition for the show for the Price is Right. They just in those days you would go through and they would ask you 2 or 3 questions. And so there was a line to get in. So anyway, they asked a few questions.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're looking for whatever they're looking for, someone who smiles and not afraid of the camera or is goofy. Could get all 3. Anyway, yeah. So you have no idea who's going to be selected. Now, I do have the clip. I'll send you the clip sometime. You'll get a hoot.
Oh, man.
It's awesome. So anyway, yep. So we're sitting there and have no idea. And all of a sudden, Natalie, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Nice.
So again, it's kind of showing up. We showed up, we did the walkthrough, and then if you just show up, you never know when and if your name is going to be called. But yeah, that was fun. That was a great experience.
Oh man, that is so cool. Like that's I mean, no matter who you are, that's kind of like, how cool would it be to hear your name, come on down,
Oh,
like,
yeah. And the studio was so loud. It was like you're in with all your new best friends. It was just wild in there.
I bet. Yeah. Holy cow. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get to spin the big wheel.
Uh,
And if you watch a clip of what I was in the hot seat, that's what Bob Barker said to me. He said, Natalie, you're in the hot seat because the 3 contestants before me got up on stage.
Ooh.
So I was the 4th one in on this spot. And Bob Barker said, Natalie, you're in the hot seat. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in the hot seat. And then the hot seat got cold, but I bid 3 times and I did get infant wear, vitamins. I won a boom box. Yeah, and I had to even claim it on my taxes. It was a cool experience. Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh man. That's one of those bucket list moments you'll remember for the rest of your life,
Yes.
Oh, that's so
crazy.
cool.
Yep.
Oh man. Well, okay. All right. Well, I had to ask because I mean, come on. But so one of the things that I really like to talk about, I mean, for crying out loud, the nonprofit that we have is called Hydro with Hope. Hope is a huge part of me and part of my life. And so I ask this question of everybody. On those hard days, on the days that you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to be doing, and especially when you were getting started, how do you, Natalie, find hope?
You're right. And to keep the hope, to have like we talked about, an action plan, and to keep doing what works. Some days I don't really. It would be easy for me to sleep in and just have a cup of coffee too. I always ask myself, how bad do you want it? How bad did you feel? How bad do you want to help other people find their hope? How can I get the word out of surrounding yourself with good people, positive people, knowledge, getting a tool, the portable gym. I hope they get the portable gym, because without action, you can't go forward. And that's the same with me. So to keep my hope is also, I've worked with thousands of people, and every single person is a beautiful gift, and they give me hope and motivation. Every time I get a positive feedback on, hey, thank you for helping me, that just fires me up some more, because everyone deserves to keep the faith and keep their hope alive. But we have to take action. No one's going to come out and reach out. Like I think I was hoping for someone to find me when I was depressed and sitting crying in a corner. I'm sorry. No one was going to find me sitting bawling in a corner. I have some hope, and I take some faith-filled risks to help myself. And so that's, I guess, I hope people, even reading the book, I hope they read the book. There's so many good books out. How many books have you read of self-improvement? What kind of shows are you watching? Are they building you up or breaking you down? What kind of foods are you eating? Depresses me, I'm going to have a bowl of, Ice cream. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Food is either building you up or breaking you down. Fitness is either building you up or breaking you down. Your mindset is either building you up or breaking you down.
Yep.
Your service or the lack thereof is either building you up or breaking you down. That's my hope.
I
And
love it. I
yeah.
love it. No, it's so true. And it's funny because so many people think, well, when I get everything figured out, then I'll start. But I think with a mutual friend of ours, Rob, would like to say, launch and adjust, right? The other way I heard it put was 76% ship it, like it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start.
Yes, and I want to be that example by all means. Being an inventor of this product, being a reinventor of myself, is you can't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Failing is good. Please fail. That's just setting you up, and fail big. The bigger you fail, probably the more successful you're going to be. You're being groomed for big success.
That's right.
Because so many of us, I didn't lose a pound. Oh, wow. You're not going to be a textbook success story, whether it's in business or in weight loss or coming back from an injury, an illness, or a condition. It's not textbook. You just have to keep the hope and keep the WORK in the FA, faith.
Yeah, that's right.
And that to keep my hope is I know I'm going to fail. Guess what? It's not my first time.
That's right.
But to fail fast and carry on.
That's exactly right.
Don't get stuck in the failure, which so many of us and the old me 25 years ago would have done. I would have failed. And guess what? I would have focused on the crud. I would have focused on the failure versus focusing on the hope. And that's okay. Let's learn.
Right. Exactly. That's so true. And I'm so glad you said it that way. But I'll tell you what, we got I think we have about a minute left.
Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun, right? So one more time, I have the QR code there and the 20% off code there for people to take advantage of the eFit. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, through you and through this website when they order. And that's where we like to stand apart. I work with people and trainers like Jeff or people who share the tool. When you buy the eFit, you're buying a piece of Jeff, you're buying a piece of Natalie. There's people who care behind it. Again, if you don't love it, send it back. If you don't reach out to me, I don't know. But you have right off the website, you have access to me Monday through Thursday. I teach a Zoom eFit class. You're welcome to that. Yeah. I teach a Wednesday Find Your Strong class. I teach a Monday evening. So you have me live just like this on Zoom, except I'm teaching and at multiple levels. So again, we really try to make the Club eFit product a personable, hope-filled, faith-filled, you can do it to hop on and see our crew and see the compassion and the caring people. So I'm all over on Facebook, but the website, and when you purchase, you are part of the Club eFit crew. You are a part of my family and the team of people who care about you.
I love it. And it's true. She is not kidding. I mean, she has been in touch with us and it is a community for sure. So it's true. I know it feels like it's like, okay, yeah, whatever, but seriously,
just try it for a month. You get daily online 10-minute clips, different ones. Right. I've traveled around the United States, the world. I try to show you the realness of me. You're not going to see me with hair and makeup and that stuff. You get the real me, the real silly me. And if you're looking for makeup, go to Hollywood. You just try to be your best. You show up and I want to be the example to give you hope of just doing a little bit every day, wherever you're at with whatever you have. Let's go. Let's start.
Absolutely. That's perfect. Yeah, exactly. Just do it. Do something. So Thank you, Natalie. Thank you so much. We're out of time. Unfortunately, time went so fast, and we're out of time. But thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, and way to inspire people, and everybody keep the hope and keep the faith.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, we're out of time. Join me for the next show. I can't wait to see you, and we will, have an amazing day, and keep the faith and keep plugging on, and we will see you next time. Have an amazing day.